So this is my follow-up to my review of my Milwaukee 2890 job site radio. As you remember, it was not a favorable review because when it was on battery power, it would fail miserably when the volume was around halfway, and it was crackling and it was unlistenable, if that's even a word. I had two of these guys, and both of them did the same thing, so I was pretty sure it wasn't the battery. If you remember, I was fearful because I didn't think I could find my receipt for it, and I realized that I had actually turned it into the HR department at work to refund our safety shoes we buy. So realizing that a bit late, I went back and got it, and I wound up returning the radio for a new one. And here's the result. I already have the battery in the back, and here's the result. Half volume. So I'm not going to blare it too long because I don't want to bother my neighbors, but there you go. Full volume, half volume, not failing at all, not crackling. Sound is clean, no issues whatsoever. So what I ended up doing was calling Milwaukee and asking them about the issue that I was having, and they assured me it was not normal. They were really cool about it. I told them I might not have the receipt. They said it's a brand new radio, it's a brand new model that we made, and basically we stand by our product. So they said if for whatever reason you're unable to return it to the store that you purchased it at, if you can't find your receipt, it's not a problem. Just fill out a form online, print out a FedEx label or whatever, send it to us, we'll fix it, we'll send it back, no charge. So I was really impressed with their customer service and how they stood by their product. Like I said, I didn't have to go that route, thankfully, because I ascertained my receipt back from work, took it to Farm and Fleet, and I have nothing but praise for their customer service or return and how easy it was. I just went in there, told them about the issue, grabbed a new radio. I was in and out in like 5 minutes. So I'm really impressed across the board with the customer service and how easy this was. A lot of times companies don't stand by their products anymore, and 9 times out of 10 that seems to be the case. This was a very refreshing change. So Farm and Fleet in Milwaukee, amazing customer service. I would like to mention too, though, a guy I work with, I don't know, I want to say it's his son-in-law, I believe, works at Milwaukee, and he's kind of higher up over there. And one of his jobs, these are made in China, as fucking everything is made in China now. My experience is that shit comes from China across the board. But he told me that his son-in-law's job is to like go over there, go overseas, and make sure that they are using the parts they're supposed to be using, aka good parts, quality parts, because a lot of times they will use cheaper parts that they're not supposed to use. So a company has things made over there and they don't make things to spec or whatever. And I'm guessing that the first radio I got maybe was one that got through with shitty parts. And this one, maybe quality assurance was on top of it and they used quality stuff. So that was just a little interesting fact I thought I'd share. On a note on the battery life, here I had a chance to test it for 2 days at work, and it lasts almost a full 2 days, which for me would be 16 hours. I'd say it lasted about 14 hours on a single charge. Another cool thing about these batteries, I don't know if these are all Milwaukee batteries or just the particular ones I bought, which is the red lithium XCs, but when it does die, it just dies. There's no failing. Like, the radio doesn't go slower or get softer or fail. Like when you're using an impact gun, like I know with the Makitas that we have at work, you might be tightening a bolt and it'll be really slow and it's winding down and it's winding down. That's not how these work. It just stops because the battery can sense when it doesn't have enough power left to fully power the tool or the machine or the radio in this case, and it just dies, which actually is kind of nice because it saves you, unsatisfactory operation. So I thought that was kind of cool. So the battery charge is amazing. It's a pretty long time if you wanted to go to the beach or whatever, day out there in the park or wherever you wanted to take this thing. You have a lot of operation time, which is amazing. Another thing that I mentioned in my last video was that when you would charge your phone with the USB slot there, it would get kind of fuzzy and kind of crackly. Not too annoying, but just enough where it would bother you. This radio doesn't do that anymore. So that was another issue that this one seems to be better at. And yeah, so I'm really happy. I might continue to buy Milwaukee tools and Milwaukee parts because just my really positive experience with them and taking care of the issue, and this stuff is really performs pretty well. So this turned out well. I'm really happy, and I just wanted to do a quick follow-up video. Like I said, I would rate this thing probably like 3.5, 4 stars with my previous radio. Now I'd rate it a 10. No complaints whatsoever. I almost upgraded to their most expensive model radio, but it was a bit bulky, so because this is something I'm going to be taking from home to work, this is like the perfect size, so I just stuck with it. But anyway, yeah, very happy. Worked out really well. Great radio. Milwaukee and Farm and Fleet are awesome. So that's all I have to say, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. Thanks a lot. Clobber Dude out.